Hello everyone and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. I'm outside today. I'm going to our local coffee shop, and on the way I'm going to describe for you what I'm seeing. So first of all, there's birds soaring in the sky. To soar is a verb that we use when we talk about things which are moving, usually upwards and across. We talk about birds and aeroplanes and things moving in the sky, usually very gracefully. But we also use this verb when we talk about increasing prices and things which have risen very sharply. Energy prices have soared recently, and there's something in our newspaper today about inflation soaring. Soar, S-O-A-R. And as usual, with London accents and in received pronunciation, the R is generally silent. Soar. So there's birds soaring in the sky, some aeroplanes as well. There's some very beautiful kind of clouds. I'm not quite sure exactly what they're doing there. I haven't heard the weather for today, but the sky is mainly blue with clouds rolling by also. So it's very atmospheric. I'm going to the coffee shop and I'm also going to go to the supermarket. Now that's another thing that's been happening here in the UK. Shoplifting has soared. Apparently, people who shoplift, the number of them has risen sharply. Now, just to clarify, a shoplifter is someone who goes into a shop, takes a thing, doesn't pay for it, and then begins to eat it or walk out the shop with it. So let's say, for example, you go into a shop, you fill your bag with shopping and then you run away. Or you go into a shop, some chocolates, you eat it, you put the wrapper in your pocket and nobody knows. So they're saying that shoplifting figures have gone up dramatically. And the other thing as well, speaking of these kind of things, is that 17% of people who work in shops, shop assistants, 17% out of the total of all of them, they say have been attacked in the last year. So I think what's happening is people know that they're not going to be challenged. The police don't generally respond to shopkeepers when they say they have shoplifters. So basically, people come in, take the things and run because they know that no one's going to ask them or stop them, especially in England. And the police generally don't act on it anyway. So it's a big problem. Although I have noticed here, our local supermarket does take a lot of action to stop people shoplifting. They watch people, and as I mentioned last week in a podcast, they did actually catch someone and kept them in one position on the ground until the police arrived. So, yeah, I think some shops are very vigilant about this kind of thing. Anyway, getting back to my description of the day. So I'm walking down this street. It's very nice. Oh, there's a post van. Oh, I wonder if my parcel will arrive today. The sun is warm as it beats down. This street is looking rather untidy. There's grass verges. A verge is just a little bit of grass next to the road. So there's grass verges, but they're not looking very tidy. I think the government haven't been around to cut them. There's also some beautiful green hedges here. But generally, the street is a little bit untidy. It's between seasons. So I think, what's this? Oh, on the street there's 1, 2, 3, 4 supermarket trolleys that have just been dumped on a corner from the supermarket. That's very sad, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you think they would return them. Oh, there's another one. So there's 5. That's 5 trolleys, you know. Yeah, there's a post van unloading the mail, which is going to be delivered. And, some lovely cars on the street today. They're all very grey looking, but there's a really unusual one. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's 2 people hugging over there. You know, it's, it's very funny. British people, we really don't like to hug. And there was a big report in one of our newspapers a few days ago, which sparked a debate about hugging. Now, we don't like it. We're okay with hugging, but not as a greeting, not when you first meet someone. I really don't like that. And today on the radio, on BBC Radio 5 Live, they were discussing this topic of hugging as well. And judging by the texts and other things that people have been saying, none of us are comfortable. And the journalist has written an article in one of the newspapers saying that he's older, he's a grandfather now, and he's going to give up hugging. He never liked it anyway. And he says it's really creepy, especially when he's asked or expected to hug young colleagues. I think the problem is for British people, we think about it too much. You know, we are like machines. We're kind of trained to work. So when suddenly someone comes along and hugs you, it's a bit like throwing a stone into the machinery, because we don't know what to do with that, and we don't even know what the person's intentions are. So, yeah, I must admit, I'm not really a huggy person. I don't like to be hugged, especially from people that I don't really know. I just think it's an over-the-top emotion. And I'm always questioning why people are doing it, what their intention is, because it doesn't seem appropriate. And so that's one problem we have. Oh, I'm just, there's that new post office. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I see it's been open for the last few months. I'm just walking past the end of that road next to one of our colleges. Yes, I don't think anyone uses the post office anymore, but it's nice that it's there. Okay, what else can I tell you? Well, yes, I was just talking about British people and hugging. That really isn't our kind of thing. And the number of people who want to give up hugging is also soaring. Okay, so let me just tell you about the skyline I'm looking at now. I've turned onto the main road, so the traffic will be a little bit louder for a moment or two. And the skyline's beautiful, okay? So there's green fields, there's the tower of the town hall with a clock on it that chimes every half an hour. There's also a huge church tower. As well as that, there's the observatory. Yeah, we have an observatory in my town for astronomers. And blocks of flats, apartment blocks, are also protruding up into the sky there. So a really mixed bag of things, you could say. And a lot of very low cloud as well. We can say very low cloud because it's an expression. So lots of low cloud as well. Yeah, and now where I am, I can see the supermarket, the coffee shop, and everything else. Well, this coffee shop has been closed for the last week because they had a terrible fire. But within a week, they've been able to restore it and open it, which is quite something. Okay, so I'm now just walking across a car park, and there's many things to see, particularly cars, trolley parks, and of course the supermarket entrances are here as well. The one thing that I'm always concerned about with this place is there's no cameras. I don't know why that is. I mean, most streets here and most car parks, they have cameras, but I'm not seeing any cameras here in this area. Well, I mean, these shops are only open in business hours anyway, and in the evening I'm supposing nothing happens here, but it's just kind of unusual because we have CCTV cameras watching us. Oh geez, that's a really overweight lady driving a huge car staring at me bitterly. There's a lot of those around. What else am I looking at? Yeah, so traffic whizzing by on one side. I'm on a kind of elevated car park where the shops are. And, oh, there's a garage, yes. It's a car repair shop, as well as a bicycle shop where they sell bicycles. It's interesting. I could do with one of those for the summer. I always say these things, but I never do them. Right, and looking up at the sky, oh, there's some beautiful birds just soaring over me. I think they're seagulls. Those things can be dangerous in the summer. If you are coming to the UK on holiday, just keep in mind that seagulls want your food, and if they see you eating in the open, they will come down and try and take their pick. Remember, wherever you are in the UK, you're never far away from water, so that means that there will always be birds from the sea flying over, birds from the sea or the local river. Yeah, they're swooping down and fighting over a sandwich that someone's thrown. There's signs everywhere saying do not feed the birds because it can be dangerous, unhygienic, and of course you have to be very careful as well, because those things can be nasty if they think you have food. So you need to be careful with that. All right then, so I'm at my destination. So I'm just going to go and have my breakfast. They do this delicious pound breakfast. You buy a drink and you get breakfast for £1, and it's fairly healthy as well. This is my weekly treat, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, suddenly the sun has gone behind the clouds, and yeah, it's very cool without the sun there, so that's not good. Right, enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Transcripts will return probably tomorrow if I'm inside, so enjoy your day. See you. Bye.